Imagine achieving a major milestone, landing your dream job, finishing a big project, or receiving an award. You should be celebrating, but instead, you're feeling like a fraud. You're convinced that you've only succeeded by luck, and that soon everyone will find out you're not as capable as they think. Does this sound familiar? If so, you might be experiencing something known as imposter syndrome. Today, we're diving deep into why so many of us doubt our own achievements and how to overcome these self-imposed barriers. Imposter syndrome is the feeling of self-doubt and insecurity despite evident success. People with imposter syndrome often believe they're not deserving of their achievements and fear being exposed as a fraud. This condition can affect anyone, regardless of their level of success or competence. It's not about actual inadequacy. It's about the perception of not being good enough. The term imposter syndrome was first coined by psychologists Pauline Clance and Suzanne Imes in the late 1970s. They observed that despite external evidence of their competence, many high-achieving individuals felt like they were deceiving others about their abilities. Imposter syndrome manifests in several ways, and the symptoms can vary. Here are some common signs. Self-doubt. You constantly question your abilities and fear that you're not as skilled as others believe you to be. Fear of exposure. You worry that others will discover that you're not as competent as they think and that your success is due to luck rather than skill. Perfectionism. You set extremely high standards for yourself and feel like you haven't truly succeeded unless everything is perfect. Attributing success to external factors. You believe that your achievements are the result of external factors such as luck, timing, or other people's help rather than your own abilities. Discounting. Praise. You downplay or dismiss compliments and positive feedback, thinking that others are just being kind or that they don't understand your real limitations. To understand why imposter syndrome occurs, let's explore some psychological concepts and research. Cognitive distortions. Cognitive psychology explains that our thoughts are not always an accurate reflection of reality. Cognitive distortions are irrational or biased ways of thinking that can lead to distorted perceptions of ourselves and our achievements. For instance, individuals with imposter syndrome might engage in catastrophizing, where they predict the worst possible outcomes, or discounting positives, where they ignore or downplay their accomplishments. Self-attribution. Bias. According to research by Albert Bandura, our self-beliefs are often influenced by how we attribute our successes and failures. People with imposter syndrome tend to attribute their success to external factors, such as luck or help from others, rather than their own skills or hard work. This attribution bias reinforces their belief that they're not genuinely deserving of their achievements. Imposter cycle. The imposter cycle, identified by Clance and Imes, describes how imposter syndrome can create a self-perpetuating cycle of self-doubt and anxiety. It starts with setting high standards, followed by working hard to meet those standards. When achieving success, the individual might still feel like a fraud, leading to even higher standards and more intense self-doubt. Imposter syndrome can have a significant impact on various aspects of life. Career development. Individuals with imposter syndrome might avoid taking on new challenges or opportunities because they fear failure or exposure. This can limit their career growth and prevent them from reaching their full potential. Mental health. Persistent feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt can lead to stress, anxiety, and even depression. The constant pressure to prove oneself can take a toll on mental well-being. Relationships. Imposter syndrome can affect personal relationships as well. People might struggle with self-esteem issues or have difficulty accepting praise and support from others, which can lead to misunderstandings or conflicts. While imposter syndrome can affect anyone, Certain groups are more prone to experiencing it. High achievers, those who are successful and ambitious, are often more susceptible to imposter syndrome. The pressure to maintain high performance and meet expectations can exacerbate feelings of inadequacy. Perfectionists. People with perfectionistic tendencies often set unrealistically high standards for themselves. When they don't meet these standards, they may feel like failures, even if their actual performance is exemplary. Individuals in competitive fields, those working in highly competitive environments, such as academia, finance, or creative industries, might experience imposter syndrome more acutely due to the constant comparison with others. Minority groups. Individuals from minority groups might experience imposter syndrome due to feeling like they have to prove themselves more than others. This can be especially true in fields where they are underrepresented. Fortunately, there are effective strategies to address and overcome imposter syndrome. Acknowledge your feelings. Recognize that imposter syndrome is a common experience and that your feelings of self-doubt do not reflect your actual abilities. Acknowledging your feelings is the first step towards addressing them. Reframe your thoughts. Challenge negative self-talk and cognitive distortions by reframing your thoughts. Instead of focusing on your perceived inadequacies, remind yourself of your accomplishments and the skills that contributed to your success. Seek feedback. Obtain constructive feedback from trusted colleagues, mentors, or friends. Their perspectives can provide valuable insights into your strengths and areas for growth, helping to counteract feelings of self-doubt. Set realistic goals. Establish achievable goals and celebrate your progress along the way. Setting realistic expectations can help reduce the pressure to be perfect and allow you to recognize and appreciate your achievements. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Recognize that everyone makes mistakes and that perfection is unattainable. Self-compassion can help alleviate the harsh self-criticism associated with imposter syndrome. Find a mentor or support group. Connecting with others who have experienced imposter syndrome can provide validation and support. A mentor or support group can offer guidance, share their own experiences, and help you navigate your feelings. For some people, therapy can be a helpful tool in overcoming imposter syndrome. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is particularly effective in addressing cognitive distortions and changing negative thought patterns. A therapist can work with you to explore the root causes of your self-doubt and develop strategies for building self-confidence and resilience. Overcoming imposter syndrome involves embracing your successes and recognizing that you are worthy of your achievements. By acknowledging your skills, seeking support, and challenging negative thought patterns, you can start to shift your perception and build a more positive self-image. Remember that success is not about being perfect. It's about growth, learning, and perseverance. Embrace your accomplishments and allow yourself to feel proud of your achievements. You've earned them, and you deserve to enjoy and celebrate your success. Imposter syndrome is a common experience that can affect anyone, regardless of their level of success or competence. By understanding the psychological factors behind imposter syndrome and implementing strategies to address it, you can begin to overcome self-doubt and embrace your achievements with confidence. So the next time you find yourself questioning your abilities or feeling like a fraud, remember that you're not alone. Your accomplishments are the result of your hard work, skills, and dedication. Embrace your success and move forward with the confidence that you are truly deserving of all that you have achieved.